Alright, if you're consistently eating the same foods over and over, it's not good for your digestion and your just overall gut health, because you will become like tolerant to it no matter how like beneficial that food is for you, like nutritionally. So today I'm going for a salmon seafood sundae, just to mix it up just a little bit, get in some of those omega-3 fatty acids, and then I'll probably put in a fajita mix with some zucchini, like I always do, and then shrimp as well. Alright, so when preparing your salmon, flip it over so the skin side is up. You're going to take your knife and you're just going to slowly cut into the back right here. Just be slow. Nice. Yeah, my knife is super dull right now, so that's not good. Just something like that. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty dangerous because of how dull my knife is. Jeez. But the idea is to cut into it so that way we get the salmon to cook and make the skin very crisp. You should not be struggling as much as I am. Alright, awesome. Nice. Yeah, I'll show you. See these three little ridges on top? There. I'm gonna put some seasoning in it, salt, pepper, and maybe some garlic powder. So, start with salt, just a little bit. Just really get it in there. Awesome. Now flip it over. So now with the salmon all nice and seasoned, I don't know why my light's on, but I'm already recording, so I'm not turning it off. You're gonna put some olive oil into the pan. The pan should have already been on for a little bit, heat-wise, so that way you're not burning the oil. Mix it around just a little bit. After all, I'm still cutting. I don't want to absorb too much of the olive oil into my system. Awesome. I'm gonna lightly place the salmon down onto the pan. And when it's nice and sizzling, that's perfect. Now, the key is to push down on the salmon, preferably with a spatula, but I gotta take it out at the moment, to really make sure that skin is as tight and crisp as you can get it to be. Alright, ooh, yeah, watch out. Alright, and from there, just gonna let it sit for 7 minutes. I'll probably turn it around in just a second just to make sure the skin's cooking already. But yeah. Alright, so you can look closely as the salmon is still cooking. It's only been maybe a minute, probably less than that. If I touch the top, it's still pretty cold. So it's still cooking. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna pick it up and toss it over. There you go. Nice. And you can already see the skin is already cooking, that nice crisp texture that I was trying to go for, which is perfect. Just let it settle just for a second, and then we're going to flip it back over and keep it on the pan there for, like I said, 7 minutes, more or less. Oh yeah, that looks great. There we go. And I might just put some more salt on it, just a little bit, and some pepper, so it really cooks in there with the salmon. And I'll come back to this one later. Yeah. Alright, so on our other pan right here, this is where we're going to cook the vegetables, mostly fajita mix with some zucchini in there, and I might toss in some shrimp at the end. I'm not sure yet. I'll cook it, or I'll eat it one way or the other. So let's first put a dash of olive oil in the pan. Just a bit. Like I said, nothing too crazy because I'm not trying to get in too many fats myself today. I just want to focus on the omega-3s. So not so much about the olive oil. That's just to help cook it and makes cleanup easier. All right, from there, let's take our fajita mix. Very carefully. And I have a lot of vegetables for this. This is pretty much all I'll be eating later. So the plan is to really eat a massive amount of volume to really fill myself up. The thing though is you want to make sure you're stirring it around, making sure every vegetable is getting nice and crisp and cooked. Let's also season this as well, using salt, of course. Pepper, and then to make sure we're matching with the salmon so the flavors both come together, using garlic powder once again, just because it helps mix it all up. You want your foods to taste somewhat similar, that way they complement each other. Alright, now you stir it up, and like I said, I'll probably keep seasoning this every so often, turning up the pan just a bit, making sure I get a nice little like caramelized sear, especially on the onions. I love onions, but on peppers as well. Nice, beautiful. And it's looking like if I am gonna cook some shrimp, I got some over here. I already took off the tails. This pan is so full that either I'll do it after take out all the vegetables out, or I'll cook it with the salmon. Obviously, I'll show you in a few minutes, but to be determined. All right, so my vegetable mix is starting to almost be finished. You can tell this by the transparency and like that golden texture of the onions. Also, the zucchinis are getting slightly darker. The peppers, the green ones in specific, are just a different shade of green now, and the red should still pop out. The red pepper shouldn't change that much at all. So what my plan is, I'm going to plate this, and then, oh, that sucks. Hold on. Alright, so I'm going to plate this, and then once I'm done with that, I'm not going to clean out this pan, just let the alarm go. But instead, I'm going to put the shrimp into this pan so it soaks in with all the vegetable stew that's basically like that broth that's in there, just to get that more flavorful punch. And just like I said, it complements and matches with the rest of the meals. It's not just something that's abstract, because we'll have some of that seasoning I put in earlier. Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah. I should probably turn my camera so you can see this, but it's okay. You'll see the end picture. That's all that really matters. So that's perfect. Alright. Now to put in some of that shrimp. And this is not as drastic, so you could turn down the heat quite a bit. We're just trying to sear all sides of the shrimp. My salmon is pretty much ready, so I gotta hurry it up just a bit. Oh yeah, there you go. Nice. So what I'm gonna do now is I have this onion here. Just gonna zest it, well, not zest it, but squirt it out just a little bit so I can get some of that juices onto the shrimp. And also my salmon as well. I know you can't see it that well, but it's a really flavorful, like a flavorful punch. And then maybe just a little bit on my vegetables. Man, I really need to get like a camera person or something. You can't really see squat. All right, and here I have my final product. Oh, that's terrible. There we go. See all the shrimp and stuff, and it should be good. This is all like around, maybe around like 700 calories, maybe, just because it's so much. But this is like my second meal of the day and probably my last. I had protein oatmeal for breakfast, and that was about it. It was a rest day too, so I wasn't hungry to begin with. So yeah, I'll dig in. I'll tell you what it's like. Not too shabby. And so I recommend trying it out. You could also broil the salmon too. That's fine. I just wanted to pan fry it, and also just it's done quicker, and I get to cook it in the range I want it. But you could definitely go for a broil, and you also should probably get tinfoil for that as well. But yeah, there's my video. Hope you enjoy if you do try it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, to be honest.